The gym for him would end up being his savior from the streets of Brooklyn, New York. A day in the life of Mike Tyson's intense training regime began with road work at 4 a.m. Moving on to 12 p.m., he would begin 10 rounds of sparring. After a short break, he would enter back into the ring for 45 minutes to an hour for esoteric lessons on the sweet science perfecting his skill set. An hour on the exercise bike followed. Moving on to 5 p.m., he would begin his strength workout with 2,000 squats, 2,500 sit-ups, 500 to 800 dips, 500 push-ups, 500 shrugs, and then a 10-minute neck workout to top it all off. After dinner, he would close out the day with a short 45-minute session on the exercise bike again. You're probably shocked at the insane training routine, but do remember extraordinary results require extraordinary methods. Tyson's training consisted of drills in the ring to simulate real life come to fruition. I'll make a detailed analysis of this showdown. But as of right now, Tyson Fury is the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. So that does bring us to the question, what on earth is next? In rest, the speculation and hype surrounding both these fighters will continue 24/7. For Fury and Wilder, the next steps are not at liberty, for they are contractual. In the contract signed by both fighters, it states that Deontay Wilder has 30 days post-fight to exercise an immediate rematch clause, which would make the trilogy a reality. But many fans, including I, have doubted how willing Wilder would be to enter the ring for a third time simultaneously. The four major belts are the WBC, IBF, WBA, and WBO. Anthony Joshua has 3 belts, the IBF, WBA, and WBO. He collected the IBF belts by beating Charles Martin in 2016.
The left, got it! Right hand on the floor! Martin looks into his corner as if to say, what on earth was that?
He collected the WBA belts when he defeated Vladimir Klitschko in 2017.
And Klitschko is somehow trying to survive, but Anthony Joshua topples him again! Unbelievable!
And then he collected the WBO belt when he defeated Joseph Parker in 2018. However, it's worth mentioning that Joshua also holds the IBO belt. However, that's not commonly referred to as a major world title. Joshua lost all his belts to Andy Ruiz in June 2019 in a massive who he knocked out halfway through the first round.
Oh, and a left hand! Sits not sinking down! Flat on his back!
Ryan countered an oncoming 1-2 with an intersecting left hook, a beautiful counter shot that catches the opponent in the midst of their attack. This kind of counter takes a long time to perfect, as the timing has little to no leeway. A millisecond too late or a millisecond too early, and the shot simply won't have the same effect. As if Ryan Garcia's hook wasn't deadly enough, when combined with impeccable timing, it's simply become his signature shot in the boxing ring. Those of you who are familiar with this counterpunch may call it the check hook. Watch this throwback to when Mayweather knocked Ricky Hatton out with the same shot.
You can stride for stride throughout your career.
Check left hook. A check left hook right into it. You never saw it.
Garcia's left hook would seem to be very fast. Let's watch the fight size for his boxing ability. But one would be foolish to call the man a novice.
That away, you see the movement, what you're doing before you throw, beautiful.
Making a prediction for this fight is as hard as any other 50-50 fight we've seen in the past. We know Wilder is predicting pain, and we know Fury is predicting pain in return. But of course, only one can be right. But if there's any man who can back up his words with ultimate undeniable proof, it's Deontay Wilder. He's commonly referred to his philosophy of speak it, believe it, receive it. And in 43 fights, he's yet to meet the man who won't fall to the power he holds. While his victories have been the product of his hands have always been the product of his belief system. Through visualization, Deontay Wilder has manifested his desires into reality. And a fitting consequence of this ritual has been an unwavering neck to power the mind. And if there was ever a fallback to rely on in a boxing ring, it's the unique